The Battle of the Pyramids was a momentous event in history where the forces of Napoleon Bonaparte faced off against the Mamluk forces of Egypt. And boy, was it a sight to behold. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh great, another boring history lesson. But trust me, this battle had it all. Drama, action, and even a touch of comedy. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride through history. Let's start with the basics. The battle took place on July 21st, 1798, near the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Napoleon's forces were a mix of French soldiers and Egyptian allies, while the Mamluks were a group of elite cavalry soldiers. The battle started off with a bang, or should I say a boom, as Napoleon's artillery fired on the Mamluk forces. It was like fireworks on the 4th of July, except with more smoke and fewer hot dogs. But the Mamluks weren't going down without a fight. They charged at the French forces with their swords drawn, ready to take down anyone in their way. It was like a scene out of a medieval movie, but with fewer dragons and more sand. Now here's where things get interesting. According to historical accounts, Napoleon himself may have ridden into battle on a white horse. Yes, you read that right. The man who would later become Emperor of France rode into battle like a knight in shining armor. Talk about a power move. Despite the Mamluks' valiant effort, they were eventually defeated by Napoleon's forces. And here's where the comedy comes in. After the battle, Napoleon supposedly climbed to the top of one of the pyramids and declared, "Soldiers, from the top of these pyramids, 40 centuries look down upon you." QI rolls from everyone around him. But let's not forget the impact of this battle on history. It marked the beginning of Napoleon's campaign in Egypt and ultimately led to the spread of French influence in the region. And while the battle itself may have had its moments of humor, the consequences were no laughing matter. In conclusion, the Battle of the Pyramids was a fascinating event in history, filled with drama, action, and even a touch of comedy. But let's not forget the serious impact it had on the course of history. So, the next time you hear about this battle, remember, it's not just a bunch of old guys on horses. It's a story of power, conquest, and maybe even a little bit of silliness.